my pile of laundry right next to me too, if you're watching over on Facebook or if you're watching on YouTube. Let me just wait and see and make sure that everything is broadcasting correctly because I don't want anything to get cut off. Let me see if I can shift over a little bit. Let me check. Okay, it looks like everything's working. And I'm gonna there we go. Okay. Looks good over on Facebook. I think I'm just gonna have to open up YouTube on my computer and make sure everything's working that way instead of on my phone. Okay, looks good over here too. All right. So hello, everybody. Let me do my introductions. And I'm also not necessarily simulcasting, but I'm using my phone right now over on Instagram, doing my IG live that I do every day, according to Hilary. But instead, I'm kind of doing a behind the scenes quasi look at what it takes to do one of these weekly episodes. So you're seeing the side of my face. If you're tuning into YouTube, hi YouTube. Sorry, not YouTube, Instagram. If you're tuning in on Instagram, you're seeing the side of my face right now. So hi, Instagram. And we're also on Facebook, on my business page, and we're also simulcasting to YouTube. So introductions. Hello, everybody. For all of you regular viewers, for all of you new viewers, hello. I'm Hilary, professional tarot reader, demystifying the mystical and putting you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition, because yes, my friend, don't argue with me. You have intuition. So on this episode of Tarot by Hilary Live, there is no set topic. There's no set thing that I'm going to talk about besides having us always the astro-weather for you guys and also the weekend forecast for you. But this is kind of like a check-in episode. I didn't really get a lot of requests for the next topic to teach. Usually I have several different topics and multiple people asking for the same information at the same time. And then that's just a no-brainer. And it's very easy for me to know what I want to teach for the weekly class. But this week it's been a little bit quiet, which don't get me wrong, I'm quite happy with the quiet. And I think really after last week's big fat anniversary episode, where we talked a lot about the different episodes from the past year and the different topics that I've taught, I feel like it's kind of a more quiet, transitional week where people don't seem to be, I don't know, as demanding or as... they just seem to be quieter. I don't know. I feel like the energy of this week has been a little bit quieter. If that makes sense to you guys, like go ahead, smash the heart emoji. Let me know in the chat wherever you're tuning in. Even if you're watching this replay later on. Because I always want to know what makes sense to people and if what I'm sensing energetically is what other people are sensing energetically. So let me know. I'm going to hydrate myself. Hydration is very, very important. Just letting you know over there on Instagram. Okay, so Devin, hello. Devin's saying, I totally agree. So yeah, it has been a little bit quieter energetically. And don't get me wrong, I am definitely all for it, because I feel like last week was a little bit like hair on fire, putting out emergencies. Everyone had issues. And I feel like maybe it was just the Mars retrograde getting to us. Very extreme energy, either way. So, yeah, I don't know. I can take a look at the Astro Biz Digest, and we're definitely going to take a look at that for the Astro Weather from Teresa Reed, aka the Tarot Lady, to see why maybe it's astrologically oriented, why the energy has been a little bit more subtle this week. Or it could be that we're moving into the sign of, is it the sign of Libra? Is this Libra season? Which is about balance and the scales. So it could be that things are starting to even out a little bit energetically. I don't know. If anyone has any thoughts about why that is, please go ahead and say in the chat. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the Astro Biz Digest from the wonderful Teresa Reed, aka the Tarot Lady. And I'm going to pull it up on here so that I don't have to leave the broadcast studio and miss anybody's comments. And I think for right now, since everyone does know where to go, because I already said it over on IG, I'm going to go ahead and end that IG video and have people tune in over on my mainstay, so that I don't have to keep on looking over this way. So bye, IGers. Come find me over on Facebook or on YouTube. Okay. Ooh. I am not using that picture. All right. Let me focus up here. All right. Where is my Astro Biz Digest? Okay. All right. Is everybody ready for the Astro Biz Digest? The Astro Weather from Teresa Reed? Yep. So that's the reason why. Okay. Okay, cool. So we are broadcasting live right now as of Friday, September 25th at around 6:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And just note that some of the astro weather is all in Eastern Standard Time. So please adjust accordingly if you are not in the Eastern Standard Time zone. Please and thank you. So this week, the sun moved into Libra on the 22nd, and the focus is on we, as partnerships, joint ventures, and excellent client care. Look for ways you can strengthen your business relationships. That might mean a willingness to compromise or taking time to do special things to foster stronger connections. For business decisions, the sun in Libra can be fabulous, as you're able to see all sides of the coin, but keep in mind, Mars retrograde may create indecisiveness due to the stagnant vibe. And then the sun, the sun The sun enters Scorpio on October 22nd. So right now we are in Libra season, starting on the 22nd, September 22nd. And then the sun signs will shift into Scorpio on October 22nd. So we've got a month's time of the sun being in Libra. So that's what a sun sign means. That's if you were born around this time, that means your sun sign is in Libra. If you were born after October 22nd and for around a month's time between then you're a Scorpio sun sign. So it's a quick and dirty way of knowing what the sun sign means. And remember that you are not just your sun sign. So just keep that in mind. You have a full natal chart. And you really should get your natal chart done to know how these kinds of astro weather updates and forecasts would be affecting you personally by knowing where these planets fall and where these signs fall in your natal chart, because you are not just your sun sign. For example, I'm a triple Aries. I have Aries in my sun sign and in Mars and in Venus. So to have a Mars retrograde happening, and I already have natal Mars in Aries, and Mars in Aries is its natural state, or its more natural state, I might be personally not as affected by this energy, or I might be affected even more by this energy. So again, knowing what your natal chart is can help to really personalize any kind of horoscopes that you're getting, or any of these astro weather updates. And you can get your natal chart done for free over on astro.com, I believe, and cafeastrology.com. So go ahead and do that. I think because this Mars retrograde or Sun in Libra might affect me differently than it affects you. So keep that in mind. Mercury is entering Scorpio on the 27th, but we'll talk about that next week because we're not there yet. So AstroBiz Digest, Astro Weather for today, Saturday, and Sunday from Teresa Reed. Friday's moon sextile Neptune at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time keeps the business brainstorming mode flying high into the morning. Tap into your intuition and you may come up with the next big thing. Step into your leader shoes when the moon is conjunct Pluto at 12:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, followed by another conjunction with Sirius Saturn at 5:26 p.m. This is an excellent slice of the day for taking command, speaking up, teaching, or getting your face in the media. At 7:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the ruthless types are coming for your crown when the moon Mars square up levels the aggression. The news could be nuts tonight, so watch for big announcements. Now, remember, folks, last week's episode, when I gave the AstroBiz Digest for last week's episode, and I talked a little bit about Friday evening and Teresa saying, watch the news because something big could happen. That is when we got the news that Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away. By the end of the episode, we found that out. So, Teresa's astrology does not play around. She's usually very, very prescient when it comes to this stuff. So when she says to watch out for the news and that the news is going to be nuts tonight, we may be finding that out, at the end of the broadcast, or maybe if we're still going on. But just keep that in mind, okay? Step out of the line of fire, take a bow, and head to the couch to catch up on the vow. If you happen to be watching it, I am watching it as well, Teresa. We'll talk. Friday, today is a power day for Capricorn and a weekday for Cancer. So remember, you're not just your sun sign, but you might be more affected if you happen to be a Capricorn or a Cancer, or if that sign is very prominent in your natal chart. So Saturday and Sunday, let me go ahead and take a sip of my water before I continue, because I can definitely feel my throat getting a little bit froggy. Okay. This weekend finds the moon in Aquarius, perfect for hobnobbing with your colleagues, networking with new people, and getting your online marketing popping. Now remember, the AstroBiz Digest is geared towards entrepreneurs, but I've also found it to be very helpful in my personal life as well. So know that this wording is kind of geared toward entrepreneurial stuff and business people, but the astrology is really good for everyone. So keep that in mind, tweak accordingly. Saturday's delicious trine with the moon and sun at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is ultra fly for live streams and webinars. Shut down early though. The moon-Uranus square at 9:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time opens a portal for trolls and online ne'er-do-wells. Avoid. Sunday's Mercury in Scorpio puts research and intuition on the agenda for the next few weeks. Read the info above the scopes to max this out. So that's right. Sunday is the 27th. So let me go ahead and tell you about that. So Mercury enters Scorpio on the 27th. This Mercury wants answers. You can get them by looking under the hood. That applies to your business, but also to relationships. See, it doesn't have to just be about business, guys. You can get them. If you're feeling some type of way about any given situation, trust your gut and dig deep. You'll get to the bottom of things. Communication needs to have a bit of mystery during this transit. Rather than a big reveal all at once, only show glimpses of what you're up to. Tease your audience, keep them guessing, and they'll be begging for more. This is also a stellar transit for speaking with a financial advisor, accountant, or anyone who handles your money affairs. A meeting could help you strategize for the rest of 2020. Mercury will be in retrograde on October 13th. So remember, we've got a Mercury in retrograde coming up. And it will be back in Libra on the 27th, direct on November 3rd, and back in Scorpio on November 10th. So the Mercury retrograde is going to be happening from October 13th to November 3rd, okay? So Mercury affects the following. It affects travel, it affects communication, and it affects technology. So you need to focus your attention on those topics during that time, and remember to double and triple check everything, and also be very careful and very clear with your words and avoid signing contracts during that time period. If you must do so, just double and triple check everything. Okay. Again, mark those dates down in your calendar because business and clients, or just life in general, could be wonky. So, and we'll find out more about that when we get October's forecast. Okay. Other than that, Sunday is clear as a freshly washed car and quite lovely for team building activities, networking, and inspiring the collective. Go make Ruth Bader Ginsburg proud. Both days are power days for Aquarius and weak days for Leo. So what does everyone think about the astro weather for today and for the weekend and for this past week? Definitely reflects that whole evening out feeling, I believe, because of the sun moving into Libra. I also want to mention that we do have a new episode of the Card Slingers Coast to Coast podcast out today. And that is all about the Lover's card, which is the 6th card of the major arcana. And we were told by our wonderful audio editor, Kendra, that it is a wonderful introductory episode, as it were. Hold on, let me. For anyone that is not really a tarot person or not really familiar with the tarot, like this is a very good entry level episode if you want to start listening to the podcast and you feel like, oh, well, you know, I have to have some tarot knowledge in order to listen. Like this is a great episode for, I think, anyone, because everyone has the kind of situations happening to them that we're talking about in this episode. We do have a lot of clients coming to us about love readings, the whole concept of Mr. Right versus Mr. Right Now, what cards that you probably want to see instead of the Lover's card. If you're looking for a long-term romantic relationship, it would be the Two of Cups. And I've talked about that, I think, on previous episodes. But to me, and this is kind of a spoiler for what I said on the episode, is the Lover's card to me is way more about choice and the fork in the road, and the very first time that the Fool, up until the Lover's card, the Fool's journey is very linear. So the Fool is going down this one path, and he's meeting these different figures. Like he's meeting the Magician, he's meeting the Emperor, he's meeting the Empress, he's meeting the Hierophant. And when you get to the Lover's card, that is the proverbial fork in the road. And it's the first time that the Fool really gets a choice on the path that he's walking, because until then there's only one path. At the Lover's card, it kind of forks off, and the Fool is being presented his first really big decision, or which way to go, like two roads diverged in a wood. That's the kind of energy that I get from the Lover's card. But we also talk a lot about sovereignty and loving yourself as well in that episode. So I think it's a really, really great episode to listen to, not just because I'm one of the hosts, but because I've actually listened to that episode at least 3 times. Once to look it over before it went live, and a couple more times. I think I listened to it twice before it went live, and then once again once we started to have listeners listening to it. So that's not just me tooting my own horn. Like, this was a really, really great episode with all of the different perspectives. And it really is it is a tarot episode about the major arcana card of the Lovers. But it's so much more than that as well. So check it out. Highly recommend it. Zuri's here. Hello, Zuri. Nice to see you. Actually, Zuri, if you're ever interested, I know this is short notice, but I would love to have you on to talk about different tarot topics. So let me know whenever you want to do that. Also, because I kind of want to try out the whole guest feature thing, you know. We were doing a little bit of that this past week. I was helping Melissa, my co-host on the Card Slingers Coast to Coast podcast, do different interviews with some of the teachers for this year's kitchen table gathering that she's doing online. Oh, where on here? Let me see if I can show this. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Guest. Yeah, Zuri, I think you would put in this. I'm gonna put it into the chat and try out the link and see if it works. But yeah, so oh, hi Katie. Nice to see you. So because we're doing this, well, she's doing this online gathering instead of in-person gathering. And so this is the so what I went to teach in St. Louis last year was for the Card Slingers thingy, which was kind of a tie-in. gathering or conference that resulted from the fact that we wanted to do a podcast together, and we had recorded several episodes up till that point, but nothing had gone live yet. We hadn't officially launched yet. And so the reason why we did the conference was it started out as Jamie and I flying into St. Louis and just being in staying with Melissa and recording a whole bunch of episodes for the podcast that was coming out or that was going to come out, and it turned into hosting and teaching at a conference. So like that's kind of what happens. Yes, that's what I mean, Zuri. You mean here on this live at some point. Got it. Yes. So I would love to be able to experiment and see if that actually works. So yeah. So this year, the Card Slingers thingy or gathering or conference has turned into the kitchen table gathering, and it is online. And so Melissa has already chosen the teachers and everything because it's happening next month. And as a lead up to the gathering, oh, awesome. So you'll DM about October. Great, cool. We're making plans right here live on the broadcast. So Melissa's been gearing up by interviewing the different teachers for the gathering. And so she's already done, I believe, 3 interviews. And this Sunday she'll be interviewed by, I believe, Sarah Kate Buckles about the gathering and about what she'll be teaching. So that's all available over on her Facebook author page. So I think you can just look it up, Melissa Sonova. But I'll actually pull it up right now and so that I can share that with you guys, because I'm definitely attending. I'm attending as a student, but I'll probably be helping TA and troubleshoot and make sure everything's copacetic with the technology as well. So if you're interested in looking at those interviews, she's already done interviews with George Corey and Rudy Hunter, and today she just did one with Ellen the Red for her class as well. And then before all of that, you'll probably see me on there because we were figuring out how to do that, bringing someone on as a guest through Facebook, not through a third-party app. So she was asking me to troubleshoot that, and there's still a video up on there about us trying to troubleshoot. It kind of gives a really accurate depiction of what it's like to record the podcast with her and Jamie. So if you want to watch that, it's there. It's only about 7 minutes long. All right. Let me not get distracted down the rabbit hole of social media. So I think that's about it, guys. I'm going to move on to the weekend forecast. Unless people would like a 1-card reading at this time, I can totally do that. I don't know. I feel like people, even though the energy has been kind of relaxed lately, I guess it's that Libra sun energy. I still feel like people are like possibly lulled into like a false sense of security because of that kind of energy being so even, that perhaps you need a little bit of guidance from the tarot. So let me know in the chat right now if you have a question. So the way I structure this is ask a question into the chat, and I will pull 1 card for each question. One question per person, please, so I can get to everyone, because I do see we have quite a few viewers here right now live, at least. That's what my third-party app is reporting right now. And then if I don't get any takers, we will move on to the weekend forecast, which is just one card, either a one card oracle card or one card tarot card for the collective for the weekend. Suri's asking a question. Okay, so Zuri has just asked a question, and you can continue to ask questions into the chat. One question per person, please. And I will pull a card for you. So actually, let me see if I can switch this out. Okay. All right. So it's up to you, Zuri. You want to know how October will look for your business, or pick what you want to focus on for me? Let's go with this one. And then if there's nobody else, you know, I guess I can pull another card for what you most need to know right now. So hi, Dina. Welcome. Glad to see you here. What does Zuri need to know for October for business? Okay, so just to let you all know, I am pulling from the Tarot of the Burrows deck by Courtney Weber and George Courtney. So this is a photo deck. It's one of the few photo decks that I have in my collection, but the energy of this tarot deck is very like, I'm going to tell you what you need to know. So it can be a little bit blunt, but it is very, very helpful. So it's the closest one that I had to hand, and I feel like this is the energy that this is the tarot deck that people need to be read from for tonight. So, so Zuri, what you're getting, Dina, it's okay if you're late. You're still here. So Zuri, what you're getting for October for your business is you're getting the Emperor card reversed. So to me, and let me just show him upright. So it's definitely got that energy of the kind of like that father figure, right, paternal relationship to it, with the depiction of the Emperor card. But because it's reversed, and you're talking about your business, I feel as if there is that kind of I don't know, letting things go and letting things be what it will be, and not trying to control so much, like the amount of clients that you're seeing, or trying not to do too much. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there needs to be more of a focus on like one thing at a time, or one initiative for October, rather than like 5 different specials and 3 different events and this and that. Like, I feel like there needs to be kind of like a dropping in of like real leadership, and that I feel is coming towards like more paring things down rather than building things up. Yeah. So worker as well. So I might have cut out a little bit there. Let me know if I'm still with you guys. Yeah, so Zuri saying, do one thing at a time with quality that rather than quantity. Yes, exactly. So I know that you're a tarot reader as well, Zuri, and I know that you are a spiritual entrepreneur as well. So like this October, I know that October is usually our busy season. Not that we can't, of course, read tarot all year long or provide psychic readings all year long or provide tarot decks and crystals all year long, but it seems like October is like our busy season, and it's like the only time people want to book with us. This October, with the pandemic that's going on, I feel as if we need to kind of manage our own expectations regarding that, because otherwise I feel like if we think that this October is going to be the same as other Octobers, we're going to be disappointing ourselves, and that's our own darn fault, you know? So we have to kind of like roll with it and do what is within our control, but not trying to like exert control over things that are just out of our control. So, and also doing one thing at a time with quality rather than quantity. So that is your card, the Emperor reversed. And I would recommend like looking at the Emperor reversed, putting it up as like a wallpaper or your favorite version of the Emperor card, reversed or upright. But just as a reminder of like, some of the stuff you gotta let go of, you know, like you can't control it all. Would that we could, but we can't. So. And it's also Mercury in retrograde as well, too. Yes, if you were here earlier in the broadcast, I did remind people that Mercury will be in retrograde from October 13th. Gosh, what did I just say, guys? I put it away. October 13th to like November 11th, I think. Something like that. Yeah. Mercury retrograde time too may have some setbacks because of it. Everything is upside down. Things not going according to plan in biz. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mercury is in retrograde from October 13th to November 3rd. See, I was making it longer than it has to be. Whew. So you're very welcome, Zuri. What was that, honey?
November 3rd is election day. You don't need Mercury in retrograde on the day that we're all going to go.
Hey, I know, right? Yeah. So my husband, I don't know if you guys heard that, but my husband is over on his couch, you know, letting me do my thing over here. But he was just like, November 3rd's election day. You don't need Mercury in retrograde during election day. And I'm just like, yes, I know, honey. Like we've astrologers have been very worried over this election cycle and the election date because Mercury is in retrograde. Now, that doesn't mean that everything has to go to shits. However, and there's other astrological reasons why astrologers have been very like, oh my goodness, like look at the astrology going on. Also, what is the other? I think it's Pluto. Pluto is retrograde, and whatever's going on with Pluto hasn't happened in 200 years. So the last time Pluto, I think, was retrograde was at the time of the American Revolution, guys. So you can see, like, this is the reason why, like, I know enough astrology to be dangerous, but I don't know that much astrology. So I leave it to the experts and I stick with what I know. However, look at the world, look at the country, and see how this astrology is playing out again. Like Pluto being retrograde at the time of the American Revolution, and now it's retrograde again. Yeah, that's a 200-year gap, but see what's playing out in politics right now in culture, and you're just like, oh, wow, that makes a lot of sense. So, yes, it stations... Yes, you're correct, Tina. It stations direct on election day. Geez. Yes, I agree with you. Geez is right. Oh God, Katie's saying the rest of the world is worried about this election too. Well, we thank you, we Americans of sound mind and body. Thank you. Dina says we won't know who is our overlord for a while. Ugh, bleh. Bleh. All right, let's go back, guys, and let me know if anyone has any questions that I can give a reading, a 1-card reading. Otherwise, we will move on to the weekend forecast. And I'm kind of afraid, guys. I'm kind of afraid to watch the news right now after what I told you from the astro-weather from Teresa. So, Dave, monitor the news.
Okay.
Just see if anything weird's going down right now. It's supposed to be, the news is supposed to be nuts.
I will check in a minute.
All right.
I got slugs to kill.
I don't know if anyone can hear you right now. So my husband's been sucked into one of these mobile app games, and now he's just like, I've got slugs to kill. I'm just like, all right, that's nice, honey. I can't hear you. What?
I might have to sign up tomorrow.
You know I'm broadcasting to YouTube and Facebook right now, right? Oh, okay. So you're kind of like, I don't care who knows that I have to work this weekend now. All right. Yeah, Dina's saying, yeah, I need a news fast, as in not news fast, but like no news, right? One of these days I am going to get my husband on camera here. Probably not today.
Have a face radio.
Huh?
Have a face radio.
Stop it. I don't know if you guys heard that, but he said, I have a face for radio. No, you don't. You're very handsome. All right. Any more requests for 1-card reading before I put my cards away and we move over to the weekend forecast, in which I'm going to be grabbing from an oracle deck. Yeah, Dina's saying no news. Yes. News fast, as in like not news rapidly, news fast. Got it.
News.
Oh no, news.
Trump announced his Supreme Court pick.
Trump announced his Supreme Court pick.
Amy Coney Barrett.
Amy Coney Barrett. Guys, I'm telling you, Teresa is bang on with her astrology. I knew something was coming, and this is, okay, it's 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She said 7:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I'm trying to figure out if it's official, but it's all over.
It's all over. It's all over
Trump
Twitter.
Intends to nominate.
Intends to nominate. Okay.
Sorry. Not like.
Is that not nuts, guys? That's nuts. That's bonkers. That's cuckoo bananas. That's what I'm saying. Like, even when I do readings, guys, like even when I do tarot readings and they're prescient, or they're just like, oh my God, my client's just like, oh my God, I can't believe you just said that in those exact words, because that's exactly what I said to that person, or that person said that to me, and that's crazy, da da da. And then I kind of have this moment of like, oh, like, and I get freaked out. So just know, if you're freaked out by your tarot reader or your psychic or whatever, we also get freaked out about the information that we give to people. Sometimes it's really weird. It's really weird for us as well. 7:12 p.m. Ruthless types are coming for your crown when Moon Mars square up levels the aggression. So no one come after me right now. The news could be nuts tonight, so watch for big announcements. Did you hear me? Yeah.
That's why when you said news, I'm like, I got news.
I just read that verbatim from the Astro Biz Digest. So Katie's saying, unless you sneak him on in a camera swing. No, I'm not swinging the camera over to him right now. He would not forgive me. It's fine if you guys see my clean laundry pile and my mermaid pilsner thing in the background and my messy hair. That is a choice that I can make for myself, but I will not make it for others. All right, I'm going to do the timer one more time. And when we get down to 0 here, if we don't have any more questions, we're going to move on to the weekend forecast. Hydrate. All right. No questions. So weekend forecast. By the way, guys, if you're liking the whole V Live stuff, it did auto renew my subscription for another year. So we're going to continue using it because I love it. It's just so freaking easy to use, guys. And it makes me look professional. I mean, besides the whole pile of laundry and metal sign in the background, messy hair. I mean, like the whole presentation, the rolling scroll bar, and being able to display people's comments. I mean, it's really great. And if you guys are interested, I have a referral link if you so choose. So let me know. Moving on to the weekend forecast. So what I would like to do, does anyone have any preferences before I go ahead and pick from a deck? I wanted to pick from an Oracle deck instead of a Tarot deck, just because Oracle decks are a little bit kinder and gentler. But I have a whole bunch of Oracle decks at my disposal right now. Let me know if there's any preference. If not, I will pick from a deck intuitively. And I'm currently burning this wonderful cider donuts candle that I got at a farm stand this weekend. And the place smells amazing. Let me show you. Well, hopefully I'm not going to burn myself. Please don't go out. Please don't go out. So, smells really, really good in here, guys. All right, let's move on to the weekend forecast. So today I want to pull from the Miracles Now deck, which is an affirmations deck. Actually, I'm going to give you 2 affirmations. I'm going to give you the one that's in my Louise Hayes You Can Do It affirmations calendar for today, Friday, September 25th. And then I'm going to pull from the Miracles Now. So the affirmation from the You Can Do It from Hay House is, I release all sense of competition or comparison. I do my best and enjoy being me. So the reason why I wanted to look at this and also do the weekend forecast from the Miracles Now is because I wanted to share this with you guys. Oh, good. So I don't have to twist it around. So can everyone see that? I release all sense of competition or comparison. I do my best and enjoy being me. So the reason why I wanted to share this with you guys is I don't know if you saw this. I did mention quickly about this in the on my daily, or not so daily, but try to be daily IG lives that I've been doing over on Instagram. But what I found out, when was it, Tuesday? Maybe it was either Tuesday or Wednesday. I found out that I'm a part of a tarot deck that's currently being created by Lucy Morningstar Arts. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pull that up on screen to show you guys. Let me see. I found out on Tuesday. Oh no. Am I still broadcasting, guys? Ooh, it's super, super pixelated over here. I didn't realize that. Yeah, okay, great. Zuri's saying, yes, you are. Yeah, I was super, super pixelated, though, wasn't I? Yeah, it kept on cutting in and out, so sorry, guys. So yeah, I was featured in a tarot deck that's in progress, and like the crazy part, so I will share it with you guys in a second. But oh, good, I'm not appearing pixelated. Awesome, because it looked pixelated for a second there. The really interesting part about it is I was feeling a little bit down on myself. I've been seeing these images coming up of this deck that's in progress. For example, Teresa is the high priestess in this deck. I know Alexandra Franzen, I think, is like the Knight of Cups. I know that Sasha Graham, I think, is the Queen of Cups. So this gorgeous, gorgeous artwork, and I keep on seeing different tarot readers, different tarot teachers, different tarot deck creators, some of my peers, some of my colleagues, showing up in this beautiful deck that seems to be about creatives and also, but tarot readers, a lot of tarot readers in this deck. And so I was having this like weird sense of like imposter syndrome and comparison and feeling competitive and feeling like, well, why not me? Even though I don't really have much interaction with Lucy Morningstar either. So I'm just like, Hilary, like, you're being ridiculous, like stop it. Like you don't have a book yet. You haven't written a book yet. Like you sometimes are a smaller fish, and it's completely okay. And you cannot compare your journey to other people's, like your beginning of your journey to other people's middle or end. So like, just stop it. It is what it is. And so, but I still did have that feeling, of like, well, why not me? Why am I not being acknowledged in some way, shape, or form? Because we all want that validation, right? We all feel that so keenly that we don't want to keep on going through our lives and through our jobs, just trudging without any like acknowledgement or recognition, because then our morale just decreases or doesn't exist at all. But like I worked through those weird feelings, and I got myself to a good place. And then on Tuesday, I found out I got tagged in this post from Teresa, and I am in this deck. So it was a wonderful, wonderful surprise. it made me take back every bad thing I ever thought. And it also was incredible validation and confirmation, and just really, really helpful to me. So like, don't feel discouraged if you haven't received the recognition or the validation in your field or career. Sometimes you'll never get it. And sometimes it's not about that. It's more about the work itself, you know, and it's more about getting that feedback, like, you know, oh wow, this reading was not what I was thinking it was going to be, but in a good way. Like, oh my goodness, this is so much deeper. This is so much richer. This is more than I thought a tarot reading could be. That's the kind of validation and recognition that I want and need and have gotten. So like, it keeps you on the path, and it also keeps you humble as well. But there is such a thing as being like not being confident, or being too humbled, or too, you know, weak, I guess. So I release all sense of competition or comparison. I do my best and enjoy being me. I thought it was very prescient for this week. And also, you know, just, it was just very, very gratifying to have that happen. So let me show you it. So there's me. This is back from when I was like rose gold. It's still my face though. So hold on. So amazing, right, guys? Got all caps going on here. So if you guys are interested in seeing the rest of that artwork, I'm going to go ahead and include that in the chats, and you can go and check that out after we're done with the weekend forecast. So, and this is the Page of Wands. So that's the associated card. And you know what? Being a triple Aries, I think being the Page of Wands kind of fits. So let me know if that if that particular energy is suited to me. I do really love the kind of like cute little Simba looking cheetah that's in there. So there you go. So the weekend forecast, which is the reading for the collective. We have the Miracles Now deck, which is Inspirational Affirmations and Life-Changing Tools by Gabby Bernstein. It's a 62 card deck. It is not a tarot deck. It is a oracle deck or affirmation deck. And let's go ahead and find out what the weekend has in store for us. By the way, this particular deck, the Miracles Now deck, has no companion book with it because it's very wordy. It's based on words. It's not images. So it has like a very like kind of galactic starry background, but it's mostly the message is in the words, the affirmation. And so it's not really subject to interpretation. So I don't really have an interpretation for this affirmation. So I'm just going to give you the affirmation. In order to awaken the world to the light, I must not be afraid to shine. say it again for you guys. In order to awaken the world to the light, I must not be afraid to shine. So that is your affirmation for this weekend. This is your weekend forecast. And this is something to keep in mind for this weekend. Don't hide your light under a bushel. Shine. Let the haters hate. They're not for you. You're not for them anyway. So there you go, folks. So I think that wraps it up. Just a reminder that we do this. Let me turn off this. Sorry. Hold on. Turn off the scroller. Just a reminder that we do these episodes every Friday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you are looking to book a reading with me, I am available for readings over phone, over Skype, and over email. You can find me at tarotbyhilary.com, and you can book a reading there. And keep in mind, I do this every single week, and I usually focus on different tarot and divination topics. So you'll have to let me know what you want to learn about next, or what questions that you have about learning the tarot, about divination. Yes, exactly. So Katie says, definitely a good affirmation. We all need to remember it. Dina says, nice, thank you, and have a great weekend. You as well. Yeah. So let you go. Keep in mind about the astrology for tonight. You may want to lay low because there are shit stirrers and shit disturbers out there. So just, lay low, maybe go to bed early. Stay offline if you can. So again, I am your hostess with the mostest, Hilary, professional tarot reader, demystifying the mystical and putting you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition, because yes, my friend, you have intuition. Have a fabulous, fabulous night, and I will see you here next week, same time, same channel, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.